when you read all 6 studies, you found out that Umpire 2013 जो है उसमें कोई बहुत डिफरेंस था इन द स्टडी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, ठीक है. सो या इन द वे द इंटरवेंशन वाज मेजर्ड. सो जब इस तरह का था तो यू सेड कि ओके दिस स्टडी मे बी द रीज़न फॉर द हेट्रोजेनिटी विच इज़ फॉर 70%, ठीक है. सो नाउ यू डू अ लीव वन आउट सेंसिटिविटी एनालिसिस जिसमें आप एक एक करके स्टडी हटाते हैं. सो देखते हैं कि किस स्टडी हटाने से आई स्क्वायर्ड वैल्यू 70% से कम हो रही है. सो व्हाट आई डू इज यू कैन सी दिस ब्लू टिक मार्क्स, सही है. सो आई स्टार्ट अनचेकिंग ईच बॉक्स. लेट्स से आई फाउंड आउट दैट इट्स सिक्योर और इट्स, जब मैंने सिक्योर हटाया तो हेट्रोजेनिटी इससे बढ़ गई, कम नहीं हुई, राइट. सो आई इंक्लूडेड बैक इन. I removed poly-Iran. I saw that it decreased the heterogeneity but only to 62%. I ideally wanted to go below 50. So then I thought, okay, there's probably another study that's causing heterogeneity. It may be impact, but again, it may be gap, no difference, focus, umpire. ठीक है, जब मैंने एक umpire हटाया, so it went down to almost 50% from 70%. So I know for sure that umpire एक study है जो heterogeneity को massively impact कर रही है, ठीक है. जब तो मैंने umpire हटाए. अब since I wanted to go below 50, I will choose another study that makes with umpire that makes it go below 50, ठीक है. And then it's no longer called a leave one out sensitivity analysis क्योंकि हम सिर्फ एक स्टडी नहीं हटा रहे, हम एक से ज़्यादा स्टडीज़ हटा रहे हैं. सो वी जस्ट कॉल इट सेंसिटिविटी एनालिसिस. अगर एक स्टडी हटाने से हमारा काम चल जाता विच मीन्स इट वॉज टेकिंग इट बिलो 50%, देन आई वुड कॉल इट अ लीव वन आउट सेंसिटिविटी एनालिसिस, ठीक है. सो लेट्स आई रिमूव फोकस. Focus took it down to 32%, but let's try other studies. So focus is the one that if I remove with umpire, it will take it down to below 50%. Say it. So now I can report that after removing umpire 2013 and focus 2014 from my outcome maze, heterogeneity decreased from 70% to 32%. Okay. Now to see another difference, is there any other change that you see? So originally our outcome was not significant. What is the difference now? Yes, excellent. Now your results are significant. So you have to report all of this, that after removing umpire 2013 and focus, or which one did I remove? Umpire 2013 and I think focus 2014, my results, so heterogeneity decreased from 70% to 32% and the outcomes are now significant, ठीक है. अच्छा, now to answer your questions, and then you have to tell कि risk ratios is now 0.75 with p value is 0.03, सही है. अच्छा, अब to answer your question, we only want to remove, अगर 6 studies हैं तो अगर हम at a time we want at least 3 studies in our outcome, ठीक है. So अगर 6 studies हैं तो at max मैं 3 हटा सकती हूँ, but अगर 2 हटाने से या 1 हटाने से काम चल जाता है, so we will stick with that. Ansa, we didn't remove poly-Iran because poly-Iran takes it down to 45%, and I saw that focus brings it down even further to 32%. So now we know that focus is contributing to a higher heterogeneity. No, we have to add this in our results. We have to. This is a separate heading called sensitivity analysis, and we have to add our forest plots, and we have to explain our results also. लिमिट वाली बात आप लोगों को समझ आ गई? You ideally you don't want to remove, obviously you don't want to remove every study that you have in your outcome, right? You start with one. If one is bringing it down, then that's good enough. If two are bringing it down to below 50, that's good. But even let's say out of 6 studies you remove 3 and you still have 3 left, that's still fine. But you can't remove 4 studies, you can't remove 5 studies. You need to have at least 3 studies in your outcome at a time. So you go with the least number possible. It doesn't matter, Sam. You will simply explain it in your results, and you have to read through the study to figure out how is this study different from the other studies that we have, and what is the reason for heterogeneity. So when you read, let's say, the methods, you will find out that maybe they included a patient population which also had diabetes, whereas other 5 studies did not. Okay, so stuff like this you will find when you read the study design and your baseline characteristics. Faima, you are asking which one to remove or do it randomly. Ideally, you read all 6 studies, since you obviously read through them, you know how those studies are carried out, and then you remove the one which you think is the most is causing the most heterogeneity. But you can also do it on basis of trial and error, like I was doing right now. ठीक है, एक हटा के देखा, वो हटा के देखा जिससे heterogeneity कम हो रही है. Yes, Kamran. We will go with the one that's giving us the least heterogeneity. इतना सबको समझ आ गया है? So if we remove one study, it's called the leave one out sensitivity analysis. But if you're removing more than one, then you can just call it a sensitivity analysis. Okay? The heterogeneity cutoff value is 50% more high. Okay? I told you how to look for significance. There are 3 ways: your p-value, your black diamond, and your risk ratio along with 95% interval. And you interpret your results based on your risk ratio being more than 1 or less than 1. Is this clear to everyone? Fahad, so ideally, as long as, let's say, removing one study took you to 50% or lesser, you don't need to, okay? Because that was the study that was contributing to, let's say, the highest heterogeneity. Kamran, what about the RR? Oh, it's the same thing that I said earlier. You look at the risk ratios and the 95% confidence interval. If all 3 are above 1, then it's significant. If all 3 are less than 1, then it's significant. Okay. So this concludes our dichotomous data analysis. The next segment, let's say, of today's workshop is continuous data analysis. Okay, it's not that long, so we will try to wrap it up by 5. But if anyone's still confused or we are unable to finish it, then we will take up from there tomorrow. Okay, so Ansa has asked a good question. Thank you Ansa for reminding me how to save the results. So हमने ये forest plot खोला, ठीक है? You can, जब ये forest plot खोलते हैं, so you can see there are 4 buttons again at the bottom, right? So the floppy disk one, you click on save as, and then you go and then you just give it a name. So I will say it's mace, ठीक है? अच्छा, and the type of, I don't know what's happening, but mace, and then the file format will always be a PNG, ठीक है, or a PDF. सही है, and then you just click on save. You can save any graph that you want in the same way. It doesn't have to be sensitivity. So ये sensitivity है, तो अगर मैं इस floppy disk sign पे click करूँगी, I will first choose the file format, which is PNG, and I will change the name of my plot. So it's mace, and then mace का ये sensitivity वाला था. So I will do that and I'll just click save. You can do the same for other plots also. You can save it by mace, and then if you do a sensitivity on it, you can save it as mace sensitivity. Acha, Shaiza is asking if you want to add another outcome for the same comparison. You can do it the same way as I've explained. So right click on polyfill, add outcome, and then you can proceed. So save कैसे करना है? If anyone has missed it, floppy, open the plot, then click on this blue button, and then you save your forest plot. Okay, but make sure you choose the file format as PNG so that you can paste it in your Word file. And you can do this for every plot. So you can do this for your original plot. So let's say this was my original plot. मैंने ये बना के पहले सेव कर लिया, फिर इसके बाद मैंने सेंसिटिविटी एनालिसिस किया, मैंने उसके प्लॉट को सेव कर लिया. So poly run and secure gives you 0%. Yeah, that's fine. You will have to read out poly run and secure to find out what's why did these two bring it down to 0%. But in general, since we go one by one, so let's say हमने एक remove किया, उसके बाद हम दूसरी करते हैं, तो उस केस में I saw the one which was reducing it to less than 50 or close to 50, and then I went on to remove the other one. There are studies assessing more than one comparison, like effects of X versus Y versus Z. You can't do that on RevMan. You have other softwares for it. That's advanced analysis. Okay, so since we're done with no, Sabah, when we're removing the study, we're doing it for I-squared value only, okay, which is for heterogeneity. So we focus on heterogeneity, and then once we get the heterogeneity to our desired level, which is below 50, then we look at, okay, did it change our significance or not? Okay, and then you comment कि अच्छा अगर significant हो गई है, तो what are the risk ratio values now? Would anyone like to summarize the 3 things which tell us about the significance for a deal, and then I'll explain if someone gets it wrong. Okay. Yes. So if you first look at your p-value, okay, if the p-value for overall effect, which is here, is less than 0.05, then it becomes significant. Okay. The other thing that you look at is your forest plot. So is your forest plot your central diamond? Is it touching the central line? If it's not touching the central line, which means it's either entirely towards the left or entirely towards the right, then it's significant. ठीक है, अगर तो it touches the central line, then it becomes non-significant. And then you look at the overall risk ratio value with 95% confidence intervals. अगर तो ये तीनों values more than 1 है या ये तीनों values less than 1 है तो significant होगा. अगर इनमें से एक भी जो है वो more than 1 हो जाती है या less, and the other 2 are less than 1, then it's not significant. Okay, I hope this answers your question. Yes, thank you everyone who explained it. Okay, if everything about dichotomous data is clear, we can now move on to continuous outcome analysis. सही है. Yusra, I was just recapping everything that we've done. I didn't do anything new. If you got the heterogeneity part, then there was nothing new after it. I was just answering everyone's questions. Okay. Acha, let's move on to continuous outcomes. Okay, like you guys said in the beginning, that continuous outcomes are those which are measured on a scale. So yes, so can you give me examples of continuous outcomes other than weight and height, because we all know. Age, okay, good. Blood pressure, excellent. BMI, yes, perfect. So all of these are measured on a stress scales, yes, perfect. So all of these are measured on a scale, right? These are uncountable. So these values are called continuous outcomes. Okay. Now there are two things to understand about continuous outcomes, and I will explain those to you as we move on to analysis. ठीक है, तो अब ये हमारा dichotomous outcome था, which is MACE. Now, can you guys tell me if I want to add another? अब मुझे मेरा एक और outcome है जिसका नाम है systolic blood pressure. ठीक है, like I sent it in the screenshot. Now, what would be my first step if I want to add another outcome to my comparison? You guys will tell me now. Right click on polypill versus control and then add outcomes. Excellent. So polypill versus control, I right click on it and then I say add outcome. Excellent. What do I choose now? I've told you that I want to analyze systolic blood pressure. Do I stick with dichotomous? Yes. Okay, perfect. So I will choose continuous now. Okay, because I know that my systolic blood pressure is a continuous outcome. Then I click next. So what is the name of my outcome? Systolic blood pressure. So you guys can do it with me, and I'll wait for you guys. We are now moving on to continuous outcome analysis, which is we want to analyze our systolic blood pressure, ठीक है, which is another outcome. So polypill versus control जो हमारा comparison था उसमें हम right click करेंगे and we click on add outcome. We will choose the continuous and we'll simply write the name of our outcome. ठीक है, इतना हो गया सबका. Group label 1, again the top one is your intervention, the bottom one is your control. Then we click on next, and when we get here there are a few things I have to explain. So when you're with me, just let me know. Okay, so you see the statistical methods part. इसमें for dichotomous we had Mantel and Hensel, but for continuous they've already given us inverse variance and it's automatically chosen. You can't choose anything else, right? So we don't change that, it stays the same. Then again, analysis model, fixed effects or random effects. Can anyone tell me why I won't be choosing fixed effects? Different study designs, yes, it can also be different study characteristics, or there can be different ways in which the studies have been carried out. And then you choose random effects, yes, thank you. Then we move on to effect measure. अब इसमें we have two headings or two options. इसमें हमारे पास ratios नहीं होते, continuous outcome है. We have what's called a mean difference and we have a standardized mean difference, ठीक है. So now understanding what each of these is important. जब हम mean difference select करते हैं तो we choose mean difference and then we acknowledge the fact that our outcome, which is systolic blood pressure, is being measured the same way, ठीक है, and it will have the same units also. So systolic blood pressure हर कोई mmHg में लेता है, right, and it's measured the same way. So that is why we will use mean difference for systolic blood pressure. You can also, so based on this, if you have same units and same way of measuring, can you give me other examples where I can use mean difference? Other outcomes for which I can use mean difference? Weight, yes. So so there's one thing to note, and that is weight can be measured in grams, weight can be measured in kilograms, but since you can convert or since you can change the units, so it will still come under mean difference. सही है. So same goes for height, meters है, centimeters है, inches है. Same goes for diastolic blood pressure, all of these things. अब you use standardized mean difference when there are multiple ways to quantify something and they're not interchangeable. For example, MI can be measured, so you can use troponin I, you can use troponin T, or you can also use CKMB, right? And you cannot convert each of these into the other one. So in that case, it becomes so in that case, you will have to use standardized mean difference then. Okay. Another example of this can be, for example, in psych studies, we have scales for depression, we have scales for stress, and they all use different methods of calculating or of estimating depression or anxiety. So in that case, you will also have to use standardized mean difference. Is the difference clear now? Okay. So Abhi, in our case, we have systolic blood pressure. Bilal, I simply said that MI is measured. So you have troponin I, troponin P, CKMB to measure to see if MI has occurred or not. Um, and they're all on different scales and they're not convertible. So for that, I will use standardized mean difference. Okay, so I will be using mean difference for standard blood pressure. I will click next. I won't change anything on this screen. The first box becomes our intervention, which is polypill. The second one is control. You sort by year of study and you click next. When you come here onto the screen, onto this dialog box, let me know. So yeah, I will be adding study data for this. So fourth option, continue. Now, change in blood pressure has been reported in 4 studies, not 6. Rahim, all you have to do is, I don't know what part you're confused about, but I'll show it to you all over again. So continuous systolic blood pressure, random effects, mean difference. Don't change anything. Here you will write polypill, control, year of study, next, and you add study data. And what studies will you add? You'll add the 4 out of 6 studies. So umpire, focus, impact, and gap. Umpire, focus, impact, and gap. And then you click finish. No, Sami, you tell me. For blood pressure, will we choose standard mean difference or mean difference? And why would we choose either of those? Before finishing, you only have to you have to choose add study data. So study selection part is done exactly the same way like you did it for your dichotomous outcome. I'm showing it to you again, so please follow my screen. The name of my outcome is systolic blood pressure. My intervention is polypill and control. I'll choose random effects. Mean difference, I'll choose So my outcome is systolic blood pressure, and there is only one unit of measuring systolic blood pressure, which is mmHg. So I will choose mean difference. If I had something which could not be changed into other units, like on a psych scale, anxiety to measure depression, then I would be choosing standardized mean difference. I click next, and for the on the top label, I'll write my intervention name, and for the bottom label, I'll write control. I'll sort it by year of study, and then you choose add study data for the new outcome. I had 4 studies: Umpire, Focus, Impact, and Gap. And then I'll click finish. So I hope this is clear to everyone now. It's so far we haven't done anything new other than mean difference and standardized mean difference. So everyone should be with me. Okay, now we will start entering our values, but before that, you need to know what these mean. So what's inside the bracket is called standard deviation. What's outside the bracket is your mean difference. So mean difference, I'll send it in the chat box. Standard deviation, short for SD. Right? This is the format in which data is given. So mean difference and standard deviation in the brackets. Okay? Now we will start adding these values to our plot, and then I will explain a few things to you. So let's start adding data. Acha, एक चीज you will see here, you have 3 columns for polypill. One is mean, one is standard deviation, and total. So total कहाँ से आएगा? Total you can see for मेस आउटकम से ले लेंगे. टोटल जो है 1002 है, और एम्पायर 1002 है फॉर कंट्रोल. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से हम फिर अपना टोटल ले लेंगे. So let's start adding data. Okay, one of you also check my values. Hopefully they won't differ. And once you guys are done, let me know. Yes, I'm waiting. You guys can take your time and add studies. Once you guys are done, type it in the chat box so I know. Do I still need to wait for anyone? Um, okay, I hope everyone's done so we can move on. Okay, so let's move on. Now again there are a few things that I want to explain. Okay, सबसे पहले तो let's look at the forest plot. Okay, do you guys appreciate the difference in the central line being a 0 and not 1? ठीक है, but that's still the central line. So एक difference तो ये हो गया कि the central line will obviously be your central line, but now it's at 0, it's not at 1. This is just for you to, you know, notice and see. So for significance, we would still be using 3 methods. ठीक है, 3 methods क्या हो गए? एक method हो गया p value, which is test for overall effect p value, which has to be less than 0.05. दूसरी चीज, we have to look at the forest plot. Again, it should not be touching the central line or the 0 line in this case. ठीक है, so either entirely towards the left or entirely towards the right would make it significant. And then if all three values, which is mean difference outside the brackets and 95% confidence interval within the brackets, so all these three are now negative or all these three are positive, will give you a significant result. Okay, so now we are no longer looking at the three values being less than 1 or greater than 1, we now say that all three values are either negative, yeah, all three values are now positive. So then it will become significant. Okay? So can someone quickly summarize these three ways to check significance for a continuous outcome for me, please? So the first way to check for significance will be your p-value, which doesn't change. It has to be less than 0.05, as Shaiza said, yes. The other way is to look at your forest plot, that it should not touch your central line. It should either be towards the left or entirely towards the right. And then the third way is to say that all three values, which is your mean difference outside the bracket and your 95% confidence intervals within the bracket, are all negative or are all positive. Okay? So अगर all three values are negative या all three values are positive, then your results will be significant. इतना क्लियर है सबको? Okay, perfect. Now, based on this graph, can someone comment on the significance only, not interpretation, significance? Significant, yes. So all three methods, you agree that all three methods point us to the results being significant. ठीक है? अच्छा. Interpretation करने से पहले, I want to explain a few things to you. ठीक है? What does, so let's look at the first study. ठीक है, मैं एक interpret करके बताऊंगी and then based on that you will interpret the rest of those for me. So mean difference है ना, simply it means the difference between the two values. ठीक है, which means in my case it's the difference between the polypill and the control. So minus 7.8 का क्या मतलब है in the polypill group? Minus 7.8 means that when you give polypill to your patients, it reduces the blood pressure. Reduces why? Because there's a negative sign, by 7.8 points. ठीक है, by 7.8 mm Hg. Similarly, when I give control, there is a reduction, but the reduction, which is a negative sign, is only of 6 units. So which of the two do you think is reducing it more? Is it polypill or is it control? Yes, excellent. So polypill is reducing. So when you look at the mean difference, it's simply the difference between the two means. It's telling me that there is a reduction of 1.8 points in more or greater in the polypill group as compared to the control group. Is this clear to you, or do I explain it again? कोई confused है, so you can ask. I will repeat it because this is important. Okay. ठीक है. So you're all agreeing that a negative 1.8 is telling me that there is a greater reduction in the systolic blood pressure with polypill as compared to control. Do you all agree with this? ठीक है. So since there are a few people who didn't get it, when you look at the mean under polypill, for Umpire 2013, it means a mean of negative 7.8 means that there is a reduction or a decrease of 7.8 mmHg in systolic blood pressure, which is our outcome with polypill. Okay? And when we gave control, there was a decrease of 6 mmHg or 6 points in our blood pressure. Is this clear, Kamran and Rida? Okay. So a mean difference is simply a difference between the polypill and the control group. ठीक है, हमें क्या बता रहा है कि a mean difference of -1.8 means कि polypill had a greater decrease in the systolic blood pressure as compared to control. Is everyone with me now? Okay, perfect. So based on this, can someone interpret the overall or the total mean difference value and comment on it how we would write in terms of in our paper? Okay, Shaiza says polypill has an overall significant reduction in systolic blood pressure as compared to control. I think a better way to say this would be that polypill has so you're saying it's significant, but you're not telling me that the reduction or the decrease is more in the polypill group as compared to the control group. So there's a significantly greater decrease or a greater reduction in systolic blood pressure with polypill as compared to control. Does it make sense now? Yes, you have to relate, because like I told you, you could see right that mean अगर हम Empire 2013 को दोबारा देखें तो reduction तो polypill में भी थी by 7.8 and of 6 in control. तो reduce तो दोनों हो रहे हैं या दोनों कर रहे हैं reduce, but which is decreasing it more is how we comment on mean difference. So overall mean difference जो है वो -1.8 आया. So that tells us that polypill had a greater reduction than control in systolic blood pressure. सही है? Is this clear to everyone? Acha, while we are at this forest plot, would anyone like to comment on the heterogeneity? 0%. Yes, excellent. So we don't need to do anything about it. See, already हमने जो 4 studies ली, it's not significant, or you just say that there is no heterogeneity between in this outcome between these studies. Of the focus study, ठीक है. So हमारा we see for focus the polypill, when we gave polypill, our mean or the systolic blood pressure reduced by 0.32 points. Do you agree? Reduced. Why? Because we have a negative sign. But when we gave control, do you see a negative sign? No, right? So that means there is, so when we gave control in the focus group, in the focus study, our blood pressure increased by 0.88. ठीक है, और हम क्या कैलकुलेट करते हैं? हम मीन डिफरेंस कैलकुलेट करते हैं. So mean difference between the two tells me that their overall polypill reduced the systolic blood pressure by 1.2 points. Does it make sense, Ansa? So the mean difference is basically telling us the change between the two. So if this is clear and you guys all agree about the heterogeneity, let's see if we can reverse the plot. And Okay, would anyone like to interpret the results now? Okay, good. So it's still significant, but how would you say it now? Give me the whole sentence. Excellent. So Ubaidullah says polypills significantly increases blood pressure as or systolic blood pressure as compared to our control. And Waleed is going step by step. So all values are positive. That makes it significant. Our p value is less than 0.05, and our black diamond isn't touching the central line. So it makes our overall result significant. And then when we interpret it, we see that the mean difference is now positive, right? So you guys say that polypill increases the systolic blood pressure um, by 3 points, as Shazeb has said, as compared to control. So Tahneem, let's interpret it one by one. Sahi hai? So jab we look at Umpire 2013, and you see that polypill is reducing it by 6, but control is reducing it by 10. So किस में reduction ज़्यादा हो रहा है? That's in the control group, right? So that means that the control is reducing it more. ठीक है? अच्छा, so let's go back to the original one, and I just want to confirm that everyone got how to input all these studies and the data and how to save the plots. Okay, this was our, I think this, or probably, anyway, I think you saw my original scale, so the original plot. So does anyone have any confusion about adding data, about adding studies, about adding an outcome? Okay, so Shaiza is right. What if there's no association? Like you can see on my screen now. Okay, let's also quickly interpret this. So you can see that okay, you guys tell me, why is it not significant? So yeah, p-value is greater than 0.05. It's touching the central line, and one of the three values are not negative, is not all negative. Yes, perfect. So when it's not significant, do you think you need to say anything about the mean difference or not, about reduction or not? Yes, no. So all you'll say is that there is no significant association between polypill and control for our outcome, which is systolic blood pressure, right? Or no significant effect of polypill versus control on our outcome. So there is no difference. Okay? Oh my god. Can I summarize from the very start? Okay, I'll just do a very quick summary. I'm not showing a lot of things because it's also time for Asr. So let's start by adding a review. ठीक है? हमने review खोला, हमने next किया, intervention choose किया, we wrote our intervention for health problem, then we chose full review, you click finish, and then you come on to this dialog box. सही है? You first start by adding in studies. ठीक है? How do you do that? Let's minimize everything. So studies and references को expand किया, references to studies को expand किया, included studies पे you click write, add study, and then you start writing your study name, um, whatever it is. Let's say Michael 2010. ठीक है, next करके, depending on whether we want to add more studies or not, we will do that. ठीक है, if you don't want to, just click nothing and then you click finish. सही है. What do you do next? Now you've added all your studies. Now you will start by adding a comparison. Comparison add करने के लिए you go on to data and analysis, you right click, and then you add a comparison. So my comparison name is polypill versus placebo, let's say. ठीक है, I click next. Now I want to add an outcome under this, right? मेरा outcome, let's say, continue based on if it's continuous or dichotomous. I will choose. So let's say it's continuous. Let's make it death or mortality. You know, first group is called polypill control, and then you go on to whatever I've explained onto this screen. Always choose risk ratio, MH, and random effects. You click next. You change your titles here, polypill control, and then you sort it by year of study. And then based on whether you want to add study data to it or not, you click continue or you click nothing. I hope, Faima, you've gotten everything that you missed out on. We will provide you with recordings, but we will do that after tomorrow's session. So for tomorrow, we have to cover subgroup analysis. We have to cover meta essentials, which is meta regression, and then we have to focus on manuscript writing and Ryan, which is an AI search engine. So yeah, but today covered all the major parts of analysis, which is your dichotomous data and your continuous data. And we also covered sensitivity analysis. Keep this thing in mind that sensitivity analysis can be done for dichotomous data as well as for continuous data. Okay? When I had systolic blood pressure, you probably noticed that like we talked about, our I squared was 0% or it's less than 50%. So we don't need to do anything. For tomorrow, we will be sending you, so we will be doing subgroup analysis on RevMan, and then we will be sending you the meta essentials sheet for regression. Okay? Uske alawa you don't need anything, but whatever you guys need, we will send it to you on the group. Yes, we will do risk of bias as well. If you guys don't have any more questions, then yes, we will cover Mendeley as well. Everything that you guys are saying will be covered tomorrow. If you don't have any more questions, you can leave the session. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you tomorrow on time. Okay, so in order to keep the whole thing saved, you can simply click on the, again, like go on the very top and you'll see the blue floppy disk. You can just click on that, and then it says file format RevMan file. You can't change this. It's giving you the name for your file, which is polypill for cardiovascular health, and then you just click save. Okay, so this will save the whole thing. I will also send my file on the group in case someone has missed out on anything and they want to practice, so you can compare it with my file. Thank you for joining us. I hope everyone has got